Dusting off the tarp and getting ready for the day.
Whoa.
Don't die. All right, first up on the agenda is this wardrobe. We're gonna get it painted today. Our shop is like completely empty, so I need to get this finished. I'm gonna be priming it first. I've been using this Kills Max primer and it stops bleed through. Once I get that done, then I'm gonna add my snowflake chalk paint on it. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw that like chalkboard that I recently did right next to that green dresser. That was the door from this wardrobe. It was like broken off. And it was super cheap at the wreath store in Park City because it was like hanging by a thread, and as soon as I saw it I was like, take the door off, open shelving, that way people can see the beadboard, and then use the door for a chalkboard. So never overlook something. If it's got good bones, you can create it into something beautiful. Alright, so if anybody needs a $2,000 table, we have one here. It's listed. It is taking up our entire garage, so we're moving it out into storage. You'll see where that is in a bit. We've got all this over here that if it is not done by the end of September, it is going to the dump or DI or some thrift store, because that's where I have to paint this winter. So that has to be clear so we can set up a painting area for me for the winter time. Because even though it's nice and warm still, winter's coming in another couple months. I won't be able to paint outside. And then over here, Zeb's got all the legs cut out for his next project. He's building a Karen coffee table. We have it on our website. He's also building 2 end tables, and we will add those to our website here pretty soon. It will match the Karen coffee table. I'm not moving this thing. The top's screwed on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna need your son.
Well, we'll go get him. This is where we hide all the storage stuff, and our fridge just broke, so I gotta move this into the garage today as well.
Isn't it so fancy? It was free $99, my favorite price. This is getting delivered tonight. That project in the back is almost done. It's just waiting on shelves. This project is gonna go with a hutch top, and that table I'm gonna be working on the next couple days. So we gotta get it out so we can get that other big table in.
Alright, all of the projects are now out of the trailer / storage unit, and I've got a little bit of room to work in here now.
I'm not on my
the
phone.
Project pile.
I'm working.
Sure you're working. So these are going to become the legs for those coffee tables and end tables, and they need to be 4.5 inches. Jack, shh, we're talking. They need to be 4.5 inches. So if I stack 3 of them up, they will be, but they're not 4.5 inches this way, so I have to cut the ends down on all of them.
Here's Zeb making shelves. This is the Jami cam, otherwise known as my phone.
Ultra exciting right here.
This fell off while I was distressing it, so now I gotta glue it back on. Oops, it's not centered. Oh, okay. I may have to respray it. But anyways, wood glue and a clamp works miracles. I can't get it to go in the right spot. Okay. I don't know. There we go. That's good enough. I'll just repaint that area. Does that look alright then?
Yep. Now I'm just going to glue these legs together. Very liberal with the glue. The end grains on these, this is going to be the outside. the center. This one doesn't matter so much. And then this is the outside, so they swoop in so that it makes it so the wood doesn't want to peel out.
See the sun. See the sun like this. See?
Are you looking at the sun, Jack?
Yeah.
Jack is excited for the solar eclipse that's coming here in about an hour. And we are about 2-3 hours away from the totality band on the eclipse, so it should be pretty fun. We should get a pretty good view. It'll still be partial, but I feel like we're going to get most of the sun blocked. About, I think they said like 85% or something. Alright, so that's liberally spread on there. And on that goes. More glue.
This is a telescope. See? This is a telescope. 2,000.
That's a welding hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put your eyes.
Yeah, you put your eyes right up into the welding hood.
Yeah. You see the.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it without that hood. It'll do some serious damage to your eyes, dude.
Oh.
May have got a little bit too much glue on this one, so we'll smear that off and save it for the next glue up. I got about 20 of these to do. Not 20. Not really. Just 12.
Yeah.
Alright, now I just need to clamp it together.
Should I get these or glass knobs?
I don't know, it's up to you. It's 50% off knobs, pulls, handles, hooks, and decorative hardware.
Sweet, but
Go to town. Look at all of this selection here. They only got 1 or 2 of each in the bin though.
I like this one, but I don't, it's kind of like long.
Yeah, that won't look good. I think just stick with those white ones. I think they'll be good.
Okay. Alright guys, so you saw me this morning. I primed this cabinet. This is probably like turn of the century wardrobe. It had a door on it that was hanging on by a thread. I'll show you what I did with that here in a minute. And I primed it, and then I painted it with snowflake, and I sealed it with polyacrylic. And I gave it a good heavy distress, and we decided to just leave it open shelving because then you can see the awesome, beautiful beadboard in the back that's original to the piece. I love finding primitive pieces because I feel like they have a history, and I don't fix all the mistakes in them. A lot of people will be like, oh, are you gonna fix this where it was hanging off? And I'm like, no, because how do you, if it looks brand new, how do you know where it's been? Okay, so here is my cabinet door. We just put a chalkboard in it and painted it with chippy milk paint. I think it turned out pretty amazing. It's actually already sold. As soon as I posted it, somebody bought it. It's a great way when you're looking at a piece of furniture, if it's kind of falling apart, think of all the different things you can do with the salvage you can get from one piece. Alright guys, so I think this was originally the top of like an old pine hutch. Somebody added this trim later on. When we found it, it had no paint job. It didn't have holes drilled. It just had these where you would have opened it with a key, but we don't have the key. And then it's got these cool like holes in the side of it. I just left them because I thought they added some charm to the piece. And we're gonna add some knobs on here to make it a cabinet that opens. And where's the little majiggers? These are from Hobby Lobby. So one of my favorite places to go is Hobby Lobby. They're on sale half off every other week. And I try to only buy knobs when they're on sale. If they're not on sale, then I just bring my kids and everybody buys a knob. They don't like that, but it works. Okay, so as promised, I'm gonna give you a pan of my shop and talk about a few things. If you've got a retail space, it's really important that you stage your furniture, even if you're not big into smalls. I like to have pillows and textured items. These are a pair of corbels that we make. Some foliage is always good. I'm going to pick up a little bit of extra foliage for the fall. And then hanging things on the wall is visually interesting. We've got our cutting boards here. Cotton, this you can find on our website. The cutting boards I haven't put on our website yet, but I plan on it. If you come around this way, you can see this awesome secretary. Zeb made this hall tree out of 2 old doors, and it's got the original glass in it. We've got these cute, darling little seating area here. They've actually both sold. The hardest thing that I have is things sell quick. So I'm always reorganizing. If you guys follow me on Instagram, there's my emerald green dresser there. This is the chalkboard I was showing you earlier. And then I picked up these cute dressers a couple weeks ago, and I just stripped down the top, stained them and painted them to match. Even though they're totally not a matching set, somebody can come in and see that they look good together and hopefully buy both of them at the same time.
So I'm here at one of my favorite cheap places to buy tools, and there's a few things I won't buy here at Harbor Freight, but definitely clamps. I need a bunch of clamps. They're only $3. Down at Home Depot, this same clamp is like 13, and I've been using some Harbor Freight clamps. Occasionally the handles on these will come undone a little bit, or they won't tighten. If that happens, I just stick a screw down in through there or bolt, and no issues. And for $3, I mean, they last me a long time. So I'm also picking up some of these. They've gone up a bit in price. They used to be like $12.99, and then we could get them on sale for $8, but there's no sale right now, and I need them. I'm gonna get 3. We use one for polyurethane. We do others for light colors and like whites and primer, and then we'll do like one for darker colors like blues and things and blacks.
All right, guys, we just watched our very first vlog day. I hope that was kind of interesting to you. It was a lot that we did, like random stuff, but that's how our day is every day, and then insert like a million kid things. Today was a little crazy because we had the eclipse going on, and then on top of everything that you saw, what you didn't see was it was back to school night, and I had to go to Walmart, and it was like the Hunger Games of school supplies, and Mama is tired. But the good news is all the kids go back to school except for baby Jack, and guess what? After Labor Day, baby Jack will be in preschool 3 days a week, so things are doing great here. The shop, I showed you a couple pieces today. I already sold that cute mint little cabinet, the one that had like the holes on the side of it, already sold, so that's a good thing. And we are looking forward to putting in our first order for our logo wear. So if you haven't been to our website, check it out. Go to Jami Ray Vintage, look up the Jami Ray Vintage clothing, and there's some really cute t-shirts, some leggings, a bag that I want. I kind of have a whole shopping list, so definitely check it out. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more DIY.